got this condenser coil here that got a leak right here where the tube sheet, where the tube went through the tube sheet. Real thin copper. Last week I tried to just braze it, but I couldn't get that tube sheet off of the copper, and there's just not enough room to get in there and really get a good patch on that hole. Kept having pinholes, a little bit of pressure on it. So today what I'm going to do is de-weld this U-bend and then cut off the other U-bend on the other side and run a 1/4 inch flexible copper tubing through there, reline it, and braze it shut again with the return bend, because I can't get this pinhole to stop. I tried a bunch of times, so that's what I'm doing today. Here I was trying to figure out the direction of the flow. I guess it doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do is the third one up in this row right here, so I'm going to cut this return bend off and then use 1/4 inch to run all the way through the whole length of the condenser coil. It's about 8 or 10 feet. So I'm going to use just going to use a hacksaw blade to cut that off. I don't have a cutter that small, it's so thin. Alright. I got my U-bend cut off on this end. The leak was on the other end. Got it removed. So now I'm going to run the 1/4 inch tube through this one here, from one end to the other. It should come out all the way through. Alright, got it through. That's a little too far. I just want it to stick out maybe 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to pull it back just a little bit. A little more. Not like that, maybe. Yeah, I might pull it out just a little bit more than that. Okay, then I'm going to take need another little piece for here, and I'll crimp it down on there, onto the tubing, and braze it shut. Okay, here's my new return bend. This is the one that had the big leak, so this is the one that has the tubing all the way through, so I need to concentrate on getting a good seal on that 1/4 inch tubing into this U-bend. This other part here I'm not going to worry about, because that's now not part of the system. It's just holding the 1/4 inch tubing. And then this one here that I cut, I need to get a good braze on both sides, because that tube still goes through the condenser coil, and so that's what I'm going to braze carefully. It's pretty thin. Okay, and here's how it looks on the other side. This is the one that had the leak in it right here. So this is the one that the tubing goes all the way through, and here is the one that I had to cut, and I'm going to patch, and I've got to make sure I get a good seal all the way around that, because that's like an internal coupling basically. So I've got to get a good braze joint on this part right here on both sides. This one here, I crimped it shut, but I'm not even going to worry about brazing it here. I need to braze this onto the tubing. Like I said, got a good braze on the tubing, on the U-bend onto the new 1/4 inch tubing there. I brazed it on the other side there just to kind of hold it in place so it doesn't shift back and forth in and out with vibration. Now the bottom one where I had cut it, that doesn't go all the way through, so I made sure I got a good seal on that, so it's not leaking there at all. I didn't even braze it onto the existing tubing on this side. Looks like I got a little gap over here on this I need to patch up still. Little hole there. Alright, I just got done talking to my good old buddy Toby up there in Houston. Shout out to Toby Webb. Anyways, I just got done pressure checking it here. I got about 25 psi, but there ain't no bubbles coming out anywhere here, so I'm good with this side. It's a little ugly, but it's gonna hold the refrigerant. That's what counts. This room has been down for I don't know how long, but anyways, they want it up and running. I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and go to get my vacuum pump, pull the vacuum on the system, and check the compressor out. Got it evacuating now. Got my TAS 8 on there. I like the TAS 8 because you can see the condition of the oil. It's really easy to change the oil on it. Got it hooked directly to the plug. They're on the suction line on the compressor and also on the standard liquid connection right there. So I gotta run and do another service call. I'm gonna let this evacuate a while. And if I don't make it back, it'll be underneath the cover here in case it rains, which it might rain tomorrow. Depending on what the service call is I gotta do, I may need to make it back, so it'll evacuate, but I'll probably make it back. Alright, I got back from my service call. Vacuum was down to microns where I needed it to be, below 500 microns, so I went ahead and broke the vacuum with 404A. When I was here last time trying this unit out, found out it was flat. The compressor sounded like it didn't have, I got a funny noise, so what I'm going to do today is just, if it sounds weird, there might be damage in the compressor, so I'm going to start it up. It's ready to start. Got some problems, so let me see what's going on here. That was the chattering was the low pressure control machine gunning the contactor, which causes the compressor to start stop real fast. So that thing is bad. I adjusted it a little bit and it reduced the amount of chattering that it was doing, but I'm gonna go ahead and I got the approval to change that low pressure control. I'm gonna put a new one. Johnson controls. Replace that thing. Got to check the contactor too. Could be that when it was machine gunning like that, it could burn that contactor. There you go. New low pressure control. I'm going to add some more refrigerant to it to see if the compressor sounds normal with a better load on it. It only had 120 on the high side and like 20 on the low side while it was running. It didn't sound normal to me, but let me get some more refrigerant in it and see what it sounds like. Looks like a pretty new contactor. It looks like it was starting to arc in there, probably because of that little bit of chattering it was doing machine gunning, but it's like a pretty new contactor. Somebody probably replaced it because they didn't catch the low pressure control doing what it was doing. And this unit's been down for not sure how long, but I'm getting it running now, so the contactor's all right. I think it'll be fine. It has a lot of vibration to it. Not sure. I don't think the headmaster's working. got below 170 psi. It doesn't feel like it's bypassing at all. It's warm. That's pretty warm going up the condenser. That's cool, and that's cool. It's warm, but it's not warm over here on this side, so I'm pretty sure that headmaster's not doing what it's supposed to do. That vibration, I don't know. I'm about to check oil pressure on this thing. Core sense is sensing good pressure, but I want to see what the actual oil pressure is. Got about 20 psi net oil pressure. You used to see 30 or 40 on these compressors. Okay, talked to the boss man. He says to leave it off so we can investigate further. Possibly has a headmaster bypass, or not bypassing the condenser coil when it needs to. But my leak repair is successful, so that's the end of this video. I'll be back probably to do some more investigating on the compressor and the headmaster. So, talk to y'all later.